everybody, it's Lunabelle. Trying to get used to these glasses, and after I got home from my walk and all, finally, took my shower and all. And y'all love water. Water is an amazing conduit, and like many people, I'll channel or I'll talk to my guides in the elements. And one of the frustrating things for me in having all my stuff hacked, my phone and now my laptop, is that my intellectual property has been stolen, even paintings out of my home. And it's rather frustrating. Well, it pisses me off, let's just be honest. This is my poetry. These are my poems. These are things I wrote that are expressions of my soul, of my energetic essence, of me. These are my creations, but more than that, a lot of them are channeled messages and all from my guides and their predictions and their truth about me. The majority of them are about me, my life, and my truth. I'm hearing Yeshua right now. Is this Yeshua? Hello, dearly. So we're going to have a conversation with Yeshua. And see, this is one of the things that is very frustrating for me is, y'all, I've written over 100 poems, and I've had those stolen. I've had my identity stolen. I've had my work as a psychic medium, the multiple murders and unsolved murders and missing persons that I've solved or helped to solve. Missing persons, so many things. But even my work on TikTok, my posts, my content, my style, my very identity. But y'all, and I will speak here about having like my phone hacked and now my laptop, y'all, shit. I just bought this laptop. It's a HP OmniBook X Flip laptop AI, the Ultra 7. Y'all, I just bought this in February, the end of February. And I'm having charged it at least 3 times a day now. And y'all, I don't barely use my laptop. I used it more now here recently, probably in the 2 weeks, because they have fucked up and hacked my phone so bad that I can't do shit on it. Y'all, there was 3 voicemails on my phone that showed up the other day, and I started listening to the first one, and I think I was 10 seconds into listening to the first one, and the shit disappeared, all of them. And I was like, what the fuck? But they were messages I needed. And this is what being hacked and targeted by organized crime, by people trying to shut me up. I know I got my local 9 cops here too. I feel him too. And there's one, he is tied to, are you an employee of Morgan Stanley? You're part of the investigative team at Morgan Stanley. Okay, are you a relative, though, of the one who has targeted me? You're actually investigating a family member for their corruption and crime. So you're an in-house investigative force, and you're investing corruption in your own company and your family. What I'm hearing is that there have been a lot of complaints, and you're finding the source of these complaints. Who's been targeting people that are customers and the relatives of the people, your customers at Morgan Stanley. And you do work for the government as well. and you're a very gifted psychic. May I say, is this your pretend name that you give me? Can I use it? Stephen is what I call him. Stephen. That's his pretend name. In my local, can I use your pretend name? We call him Bryon, y'all. Okay. So I wasn't sure about Stephen's job, but I wanted to make sure. And he's aware. Is this your cousin that you're actually investigating? Yeshua. Yeshua. Are you here as well? Yeah. And see, in my mind, I wanted that left hand to twirl. One of the ways we caught, and I'm referring, well, all three of us, Stephen, Bryon, and myself, that we caught at Dave 1979, and he's a family member related to Stephen at Morgan Stanley there, was he's ambidextrous. Is that Bryon? That's Stephen, that's ambidextrous. And I have picked up on that because, y'all, I am a psychic medium. But it is at Dave 1979 that actually hacked their computer systems at Morgan Stanley. And, well, he also stole my intellectual property, my poetry. He has hacked my phone and all my devices and my laptop. And one of the ways we caught him was on a video just like this. And, because obviously other people can control rods. And David was, concentrated on the right. And I feel David here. He's like listening in. Is he listening? Yeah. And what the sensation I get is that Stephen, or is it Stephen or Bryon that's actually blocking? The very gifted, and Bryon's the local. He said there's 7 of them around right now. I reckon 2 are off shift. They got a couple days off. But anyhow, I love this working with them. Well, he said it. What I'm hearing, it helps for me to put names to them. And like I said before, holding this is like that physical connection with them. But one of the ways we did catch at Dave 1979, admitting on video that he stole my poetry, my intellectual property, my work as a psychic medium, basically my life, and being a copycat and all that. But also, I had arranged for paintings to be stolen out of my home. I don't know who for, one of my copycats. It's one of the women that he is attached to, which includes Nutter Butter and Cryptic Fuck Bitch. Bitch, I don't know how many people you call yourself married to, but whatever the fuck. Thank you for that confirmation. Now, y'all, when I was at 811 on my timer there, and he is a Life Path 11 at Dave 1979, he is a Life Path 11. One of the things he admitted to on video and in rods, I flat out, is at Dave 1979, just like this. Anyhow, y'all, he admitted to being the ghostwriter. Y'all, I didn't know he was ghostwriter, and I didn't know of his relationship with Cryptic Fuck Bitch. Bitch, I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What kind of bullshit game y'all are playing? I knew they were playing a game, and I didn't realize they were talking about me with Ghostwriter and Cryptic Fuck Bitch. I was like, bitch, who are y'all even talking about? Who's going to report someone for a comment of emoji? These are accounts and things that at Dave 1979 created, and they created up between them. Yeah, let's not knock over the coffee. Bitch, I got to have my coffee. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm hearing laughter. They're going, you like your coffee? I'm like, mm-hmm. I keep hearing 7-Day Adventists, and I think that's one of our local cops. Do you drink coffee? Is it permissible? But you don't drink coffee. Do you drink coffee? Okay. Anyhow, he likes peanut butter cookies though. Now, I do, one of the things I really, when I started getting suspicious about ghostwriter, I was like, Dave, are you the ghostwriter? And he admitted to it. Y'all, I flipped over to his page on TikTok, and a few of the things I read, and I know, Stephen, did you pick up on the images as well? Y'all, I don't know how many of y'all, I know there's plenty of you who are gifted when you read that shit. Did y'all realize that these are victims and murders that he is writing about? The ones he's actually committed. Um, those are his writings of what he did and how he fantasizes about what he did. Um, bitch, the fact that you wrote books about your murders. Um, he is a serial, okay, unaliver there. If y'all have not realized that, is that correct, Stephen? Um, PDFer, and especially one of the last ones was a 13-year-old girl, and Cryptic Fuck Bitch participated in that as well. These are actually very, bitch, very disturbing or inadequate words to describe this. And when I started really reading some of his posts there on TikTok as ghostwriter, it was horrific, the images that were coming to my mind. And I knew that this was not him just writing. This was real murders that he committed. Um, these are real. This is the mind of a serial killer. Um, I'm hearing some things from Stephen here, and he's mentioning the word transplant. Speaking of transplant, yes, they do the organ harvesting for that sort of thing as well. But I recently channeled some information about some missing people here in my area. And it's a hate crime, but the person associated, one and main man, is a transplant. He is not from the South. He's a wannabe Southerner. He projects being a Southerner, but he's not. He's not from this area. He's actually from the Midwest. He is a white supremacist, but he's not from this area. And again, these are hate crimes, and this is with two missing men here in town, young men. Anyhow, I'm hearing that semblance of order. And I'm getting in reference to the organized crime group that I have been targeted by, that they actually, and I'm hearing the word employ serial murderers. And I know that is one of the things I had channeled. And this is when I was still under the impression that Woody Overton and his wife Cindy were actually investigating my case and trying to help not only with Bradley's, but mine. Boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong about their intent? They stole my intellectual property, and they're actually part of this organization, of this organized crime group. He is a dirty FBI agent. He's already aware that he's facing charges. He's already been questioned, has he not? Have y'all already brought him in for questioning? Not you, but the services. I'm hearing the Secret Service. Is that correct? Also, Internal Affairs. Because I'm seeing like treason in capital letters here, so I'm not going into that one. But it is the mind. They're saying the words mental work of these individuals. And one of the channels, because y'all, I'm, like I said, computer illiterate and definitely technology challenged. And that's one of the things that made things very easy for at Dave 79, because he hacks. God, dog. and it's a challenge for me. And one of the reasons I'm not actually channeling anything on my computer or on my phone, or really, establishing. I'm not doing TikToks anymore, and I'm just on YouTube. But even with the channels I've been getting, and well, I don't want to share them or put them on my computer like I normally would, because like most times when I channel the conversations with Yeshua or Anubis or Toth or Mary Magdalene, normally they're like this. And bitch, I'm tired of at Dave 1979 stealing my intellectual property because he's hacked my devices. I mean, stealing is stealing. It don't matter that I'm ignorant or illiterate. That has nothing to do with you being a fucking thief. Anyhow, this is just one of the tools he uses to his advantage. But what I was getting at is one of the things that I had channeled and shared with Woody and Miss Cindy was, one, the Atlanta murders. There were multiple young black men that were murdered. Y'all, this was part of this organization with the Epstein. And I had also tied it in connection with my youth growing up and my mother and where she took us, okay? So I had, because my mother is also a serial murderer, okay? She is a serial murderer. I mean, she is a serial SAer, and that's the nice way of putting it, but also murderer, just flat out. And they employ people like this in this program, and it is also attached to MK Ultra. Some people, well, that's their business, however they find things, but that's one of the things that I had picked up on was this organized crime unit or organized crime groups that were targeting me and the individuals I had been channeling, like Bradley Strassner, were serial murderers, okay? And I had picked up on quite a few of them. Dave at 1979 is just one. Swamp Dick is another. So is Nutter Butter. So is my mother. So is the sibling above me. Actually, quite a few. Anyhow, I had connected that to the Atlanta unalivings of the young black men in the 70s and the 80s. Also, there's a reference to young girls and prostitutes. Also, San Francisco. What is that, I-40, whatever highway that is? I also channeled that out right after the stuff with Bradley Strassner. And this is also more the things that Woody Overton and his wife were trying to steal of my intellectual property. And bitch, I hope you didn't, because if you did, it's just more evidence, okay? The origin of point on my phone is that the origin is from me, dickhead, not you. You had nothing to do with solving those cases. That's my intellectual property, and those is cases I solved with my psychic gifts, dick. Useless piece of shit. Anyhow, they're getting some heavy agreement here from the local. I ain't gonna lie. Bryon, do you dip? I keep seeing someone spitting in a bottle. A soda bottle. Why do I call it soda? Someone must be from North, bitch. We don't say soda down here. Damn. We say Coke or Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, I got some laughing saying it some of my northern relatives. Yeah, I do. Y'all, there's some of us down here. We still call it Yankee Yank. Anyhow, but what I'm hearing... this is actually, I think, what I'm hearing is that the group with Bryon, and there's 7 of them with him right now. I actually want to know about this, how they all hear me, because I know they're gifted. Are they all telepathic as well? Because I keep feeling like there is a computer program. Because actually, that was one of the ways I did some songs, some lyrics. It was, I channeled it out, and it was like in a group telepathic conversation, and they got it all down is what I'm hearing. And I was like, did y'all do a computer program? And y'all see the yes here, but I'm really interested in that. They're both going, They were both doing the whirly bird. But they're saying an integral part of, they're saying communication skills, but of their program, some kind of communication skills program. And here again, the reference to the Secret Service. So, and they're a program with that. And here again, the reference to MK Ultra. Is that correct? They're saying an extension of this program. I'm trying to get away, bitch. I don't want to be whacked. Y'all, I've whacked this stuff, my glasses right off my face with these wands. They're laughing. So she has, but they're saying it's been an integral part of us working together. And by that, they're like, Steve and Bryon and his team and me. And they're saying in catching the thieves and murderers, but they're far more than that. And honestly, Bryan's going, you don't want to know all the details, and he's right. I don't, because actually, what I've seen, when you see it, you can't unsee it. Actually, they're wanting to, like at Dave 1979 and others, to know that everything they did on every time they hacked into my phone or my device, my tablet or my lap top right here, I almost called it a lap pad. They were right there. They had everything. They had already been hacked into my devices already, I reckon, because of the false reports and everything that were filed against me. And what I heard here was there were no legitimate claims, which made them suspicious anyway. I don't know how many, and I don't know nothing about them. And then the court case itself. And they're saying it went par for the course, though, for these organized crime group. And they're saying this one is actually massive. But they, again, the reference to they employ a huge number of serial murderers. Again, I'm hearing they're calling this a traveling domain. And this is associated with the truckers. Some of the things that I had channeled through that Woody and Cindy had tried to claim as theirs was that the I-40 serial killer, baby, that's multiple. And they have these mobile traveling trucks where you can go in and murder someone. You pay a price, and they have it set up in the back of a semi-truck. And basically, it's like BDSM until you unalive the individuals. And here, again, the reference to the traveling domain. These things are actually very disgusting and brutal. And they're saying Las Vegas is a frequent flyer. They go to Vegas a lot. And then the reference again to a lot of the people going missing on I-40, especially near the rest areas. I've noticed my candle started, fluctuating there. Boy, this conversation took, I wasn't anticipating all this. They were saying, let it all out. But y'all, the threat to life and limb has actually been very serious. Seriously, they're going, someone's messed with your car again. I'm like, bitch, it's a Ford. I'm amazed it's still standing together. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been a Ford fan, but I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give it to you. Considering the things people have done to it. Did someone seriously steal my car and wreck it? And they tried to pin something on me. I don't know. They're saying that's part of the investigation too. I had no idea. Here they're referencing the black magic of targeted individuals. Y'all, I knew nothing about magic or witchcraft before I met the local hoodoo Queenie Bee bitch and her sidekick minion. Y'all, and the sidekick minion, y'all, she looks like a little mini-me. I actually got a picture of her and our faces right next to each other, like this. She just looks, there's a little difference, but the resemblance is great. I can only figure that she's a distant relative or something, a cousin or whatever the fuck. I know as well that she is somehow or another related to Hannah Montana over there from Louisiana way, that is related to Bradley Strassner. And he was unalived because, well, he confronted her about her special needs uncle that was unalive deliberately, and she was part of that for an inheritance. But he was special needs. He was sick, but this was deliberate. Anyhow, there was more actions than just sickness in there, y'all, okay? Anyhow, I keep hearing the words impending doom is what I'm hearing right now, and this I'm getting, is this Bryon? Yeah, and I do feel it as well. I've been trying to ignore the anxiety, but Bryon's actually calling this right, impending doom, but this is of the organized crime group, and he's saying it's massive. And what he's showing me is like this wide net going across. Well, actually, it's just going across the globe. He said, but the intensity in this area has actually just picked up. And again, the words impending doom. And he said, they know it's coming. Y'all, I'm very proud of him because he said, I'm very proud of them. He was referring to his team. All of a sudden, my heart started pounding there. I know it wasn't mine. It was like a boom. He said they have worked very hard and they've been very dedicated. I'm hearing 15 years here. And that's not my emotion. That's his emotion. Oh, bless your heart, darling. They are so grateful. He says, thankful that this is wrapping up. He said, you're going to make me cry. He said, I'm so proud of my team. Y'all, he's so emotional right now. I don't blame him. He said they have worked countless hours for the last 15 years. He said they have seen things nobody should have to see. Lord mercy, now I am going to cry. He said, I've been impressed with their skill and their dedication, and they won't quit. He said they never gave up. He said, like you never give up. He said, like a dog with a bone. He said, I'm so proud of every one of them, all of them, including himself. He said, I can't tell you the man hours, but it's just not man hours. He said, our heart and our soul. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm crying now because he is too. And he said it's such a relief to them. He said he can't tell you how much his team his people has suffered emotionally from investigating this for 15 years. He said, full disclosure is coming. He said, but I can't tell you what a relief it is. I wish y'all could see my candle. What a relief it is to bring this to a close. He said to give the people the closure they need, and many of them the answers they need of their family members. I don't know if y'all heard my crows in the background. Oh, he said, we're thankful to you. I'm not sure if I could say this word, S-T-A-L-A-R-T, I think it is. And hard-headed and never giving up. He said, you don't know how much your dedication has meant. Oh, thank you. Damn, he's making me cry. We're proud of you, too. Now I am gonna cry. He's going, let it out. Let it out, sister. Let it out. I swear that's your family at the bread store. He said it is. Anyhow, Stephen said y'all almost, sometimes I won't speak to Stephen because I'm like, you're related to him. That day, 1979. And I was like, damn, can I trust you? You know, and he said it brings him a lot of sadness too, that it's his family. Is this your uncle? Or some such? I'm hearing uncle, cousin. Is it uncle or cousin? Whatever, it don't matter. It's some kind of relative. Distantly related, but he is part of the investigative team at Morgan Stanley itself. And he said that was actually investigating disappearances is the word he gives me. And he's saying unexplained murders and things of that nature that they were questioning. And he does reference here that he does have knowledge of the occult. And he is a gifted psychic and in the ploy of the government and some whatever psychic. I'm hearing the word super soldier, whatever. He said that's not the word, but it's descriptive enough. He's saying investigative force that uses their gifts. He just happens to be part of his family's company. He's referencing investigating Fortune 500 companies, I guess, white-collar crimes, specializes in white-collar crimes. This has been interesting. Well, I meant finding that out because there's some things I didn't know. And, I mean, anyhow, I was sitting here going, am I going to be able to share this? Because... what I'm hearing now is they want people to have a close look. They do want people to know that these things are investigated. And in reference also to the white collar. Again, they reference to they've been working on this for a long time. And I know Bryon and them saying 15 years. But one of the things I had channeled out is 30 years, and I had referenced the growth in Panama City, that this began in the late 70s, early 80s, with the plan for development of cities and, areas. But they're saying, if I lean back, but that companies and old family names have built up their companies, even getting and being awarded government contracts like for road work or highway work. The companies that were owned by families that did like road construction and things like that along the highways. Let's use the 167. But anyhow. They say the corruption runs deep, and but again, the reference to the investigative force, and this is a government agency that investigates white-collar crimes and things of this nature, and the corruption, y'all. Boy, I'm trying not to get whacked here. Is that all y'all wanted for right now? I think so. They're saying we did pretty good. They didn't intend for all that to come out, but they are glad it did. And and they're telling me I could put their names. It's their fake names, Stephen and Bryon. Yeah, I wanted names. I don't know why, but that's just me. It's like having these being a physical hand for me. I'm hearing I got a job offer coming in. Really? An agency? You don't say. Yeah, I'm pretty good, they say. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah. Anyhow, y'all, I hope this is informative for you. And One moment. What I'm hearing, I mean, I heard it from Bryon first, but I know Stephen is seconding this, but it's mostly Bryon and his team. He's wanting people to know, he's going, I want to bring about a bridge or a bridging together of working with the people in the community. And he said, especially the gifted ones, because he is gifted himself, and he thinks that it helped for more understanding also. That's actually been one of the things I've said, because I have been targeted because I am gifted. People try to, it's a modern day witch hunt for me, but bitch. I'm far more spiritual than you realize. Being a witch for me is just a keeper of the old wisdom. It's not casting spells, bitch. It's more than that. Anyhow, so our words are spells. But he is saying what Bryon is saying, and this is our local 9, is they're wanting to bring a coming about of coming together and bridging the gap between the police force and the people. This is something he is near and dear to his heart, is what he's saying. And I'm noticing the word minimize on my computer, where you can minimize this thingy. And he's saying he wants to minimize the gap between the people and the police force. He wants people to be able to speak their truth and be heard, and not told to go in the house and ignore the neighborhood drama like I was. I heard a car starting and revving up there, and he said enough is enough of that. It's time to truly protect the people. And here he said, we the people. Thank you for confirmation on that. And he said it's very important we get back to basics of we the people, all of us, not this one against that one, or that color against that color, or this belief system against that belief system. We the people. We're a country of immigrants, except the indigenous folk that were already here. We're the immigrants, most of us, be mindful of that. But again, we the people, it needs to be a coming together of that. But for him, it's very important to him and his team, bridging the gap between the people and the police force. And for me, he said the distrust that most people have is the gap they want to work on. And this is one of he's saying the words integral part of his team's efforts and their dedication to this is, he's saying the word supreme. He said, we'll never give up on this. We'll never give up on bridging that gap and rebuilding the trust in our police force within our community. He said, this is important to me, y'all. All of a sudden I'm getting tearful again. And these are his emotions I'm feeling. He caught me with what he just said. I know y'all saw that. He said, you should have never had to. He said, breathe through it. He said, I should have never had to endure the things I did after losing my husband. He said, nobody deserves that. It was hard enough losing your loved one and not have to be in a fight for your life. And he's right. He said, it won't happen on my watch again if I can help it. And this is where he says, enough is enough. You made me cry again, Bryon. He makes me, I'm not sure who's worse, me or him. He said both of us. he is clairsentient like I am. We feel everybody, and he said it's a gift from God to be able to feel everybody the way I do, like he does. He said it's not easy to regulate, is it? I said, hell no. Thank you. He caught me unawares right there. He's kind of laughing. Y'all, it's not easy sneaking up on me, especially when I got my boundaries up. But y'all, this has been a huge blessing in so many ways, and I hated, like he said, I shouldn't have had to gone through that. Nobody should. And this is one of the things that they are wanting to bring an end to, and they truly are. I believe in sincerity when he says him and his team want to bridge the gap and rebuild the trust of the community and the police force here. And he said, I've dedicated my life to it. And he says, I'm not going to give up. He said, I'm not going to quit believing in that and what I believe. He says, I have a strong moral character and ethics. He said, and the proof to show it, he does. And I'm so grateful for all of them, and for Stephen too. Hate that I went through it, but I'm grateful for them because they, pardon my emotion, it's very, very healing for me. They're the support I have right now. And I'm hearing the words mind-blowing, and it means a lot to me and to them that it's helping to restore my faith in our police services. He doesn't want people in his community, especially the women he's saying, the weak, the vulnerable, to feel like they have no one. And definitely not to be told to go in the house and ignore the neighborhood drama. He's pissed about that bullshit. I mean, truly. No one should have to hear that, and he's right. He's right. And he said lapse in judgment. Anyhow, y'all, I'm grateful to Bryon and his team and to Stephen, even though that's your fucking family member. He said, I know, I feel that way myself. He said it is a disappointment for him as well. For his, I don't know, his family. I don't know how many. I know I had reached out to one of his family members. Was he involved as well? I thought so. How disappointing. Anyhow, y'all, I'm going to leave that here because this was quite honestly unexpected. I wasn't expecting this, but we're going to just let it go. I'm hearing from Bryon here, praiseworthy. Well, their dedication, quite honestly, it is, 15 years, investigating this, and it's connected to internal affairs, and basically it's been a secret investigation for this long, and they are grateful and glad that it's, coming to its conclusion. Well, he said it's done. They already presented evidence. I don't know if y'all see how fast that's going, but he said they've already presented evidence and everything to whoever, and they're just waiting for orders or whatever. He said, oh, okay, thank you, no more plea deals. He said there's no more bargaining chips on the table for vote. Deals are done. Is that correct? Deals are done. He said that was indeed the last call, okay, for deals at one time. And they've already presented the evidence, and it's coming, okay? And he said that's the reason people are feeling the impending doom. He said, y'all don't know when it's coming, but you know. And I'm seeing a door slamming shut, a big door slamming shut. And he said, they're grateful, especially this team with Bryon here in town. Stephen said him too, but especially this team here in town. He said the atrocities they have seen, and he said the closure they're going to be able to bring to a lot of families means a lot to them. Again, he says full disclosure is coming, and um, and he said, Amen, Amen. And he's leaving it at that because he's showing me the praying hands, and he's leaving it in the hands of God after that. You know, it's his judgment, is what he says. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. And he said, I'm giving it up to him. He said, he learned that, releasing the burden. Yeah. Well, thank y'all, and thank y'all for coming in and chatting with us. And I hope y'all have enjoyed this conversation with Bryon and his team, the local 9 Honest Cops. There were more to begin with, y'all. Some have lost their line and the life and the line of duty. He said there will be a memorial established for them. Anyhow, and Stephen as well, and his investigative force, and he's saying that was actually in-house at Morgan Stanley. Thank y'all, and I hope it helps y'all, and I hope it helps others restore their faith in their own police services and the police within our community. Due to the hacking of my phone and my tablet, I'm not sure if I'll be able to send this over to my Facebook, but I will make a mention of it on a post. But I'll try. I hope it helps.